Hey, it's Bob here, and first of all, congratulations on making it through the season. I'm proud of you. I really hope that the season went the way that you hoped it would, and that your sales were great, and that things ran smoothly, and your team performed the way it was supposed to. You know, the holidays for independent retailers, for all retailers, but especially independent retailers, are a special time. It's our time to shine, and I hope that you shone, that you shined, or that I hope you did well, okay? So, but now it's time to change gears, and I have a story that's incredibly applicable to you as you go into the new year. Many, many years ago, when I still had the Mackinac Kite Company, Susan and I were vacationing at her cottage up in Canada. And my brother Steve, who was my partner, and I, never called each other on vacation. When you were on vacation, you were on vacation, right? And so all of a sudden we get a call up in Canada. And Steve says, "Bob, I think we're going broke." It's like, well, that was a good reason to call, Steve. And so we started to talk about it. You see, right before I left, we did a physical inventory. And when Steve started putting all the numbers together and plugged them into our P&L, it showed that we weren't making any money at all. And it caused this huge sense of panic. And but then we started talking it through a little bit. And what we started to recognize was that there were fairly significant pockets of inventory that hadn't been counted, that we had taken inventory out to put into our flying gear. We were a kite store, right? That we had a storage bin that had some old merchandise. So anyway, we started talking about where there could be merchandise that we hadn't counted, and it turned out it was fairly significant. Now, Susan had just started to work for us, and she had come from a department store. She was a senior executive at Macy's. And at Macy's, they had the whole process of counting the physical inventory down to a science. You know, when you've got a huge business like that, the quality of the numbers is critical to running a successful business. So Susan very sort of sheepishly said, "Well, Bob, I can show you how to run an inventory if you'd like." And it was like, well, why didn't you say that a couple weeks ago? And she was just trying to be kind. So, but anyway, to make a longer story short, we came back to Michigan, and we did the inventory again the way that Susan learned to do it at Macy's, and the way that they do it in almost all department stores. It has absolutely nothing to do with technology. It's all about a system. Checks, double checks, triple checks. So we did the inventory, and lo and behold, we were making money. It was a beautiful thing. So what's the point here? The point here is, unless you get an accurate physical inventory at the end of the year, you're not going to have accurate numbers throughout the year. Garbage in, garbage out. You must. You want to run your business the right way. You want to have accurate numbers. You have to start the year with a physical inventory. Now, let me back up again a little bit. There's two ways that I see people who don't do inventory the way that I'm describing it to you. They're doing it one of two ways, and you are probably doing it one of these two ways also. The way that Steve and I did it, we did it what we call the yellow pad method. Well, this is a white pad, but we used the yellow pad. We gave all our employees a yellow pad and said, "Go count." And they counted a whole bunch of stuff. Well, it's no wonder we didn't get an accurate number. First of all, they were just writing stuff down. They just wanted to get out there. So there's no way, it is absolutely physically impossible for you to get an accurate inventory count using the yellow pad method. Now, here's the other way. It's called the treasure hunt. And actually, the treasure hunt is more inaccurate than the yellow pad. And the treasure hunt goes like this. You print out from your POS system, you print a report with every item in your store, and then you give everybody part of that list, and they go on a treasure hunt. They go to find it, and then they count it. And let me just look at you and tell you that if you're doing inventory one of those two ways, your inventory is way off. I just have been through it way too many times to know that anything other than that is the truth. So what's the solution? The solution is the inventory counting kit. The system that Susan used at Macy's, at department stores all over the America, and I would assume the world are using, is in that kit. It's not rocket science. You know, it's forms, it's a system, it's checks, and it's double checks. But I guarantee that if you use our process, not our process, but the process in the inventory counting kit, that you will save enormous amounts of time, and the inventory count that you get, provided you do it exactly like we tell you, is going to be incredibly accurate. So if you have the Retail Mastery System, you already have the inventory counting kit. If you don't have the inventory counting kit, buy it right now. You know, I'm here to say to you that this is a foundational piece to having accurate numbers in your business, and the investment in the inventory counting kit is insignificant compared to the benefits that you're going to receive from it. So order the inventory counting kit today, dig into it, and have an accurate inventory in the beginning of the new year.